Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at a time-lapse video of a project that I've been doing for the past 4 or 5 years. I partner up with the Chicago Public Library to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, which happens to take place in May. But then COVID happened and the sheet never came to fruition because there's no point in making a coloring sheet when the library was closed during quarantine. But right at the end of October, I got an email from my contact over at the CPL, and they said that they were going to move forward with a coloring sheet. It's just going to be super late, but they wanted to get something in for the year, and that idea was going to be animals from different Asian countries reading in a garden made up of flowers from different Asian countries. And that idea pretty much stayed the same, except one thing. They wanted it to also reflect the situation that was going on in the world. So they suggested that the animals have masks on and that they are socially distanced enough on the page, and to highlight that. So this is me working out these ideas, and I came up with these animals reading off of comic books and books and tablets, and they're surrounded by all these different ethnic flowers. And then right around the same time that I got this email, I had just finished doing a special project for Hit Record. I learned about kawaii drawing, which I was already familiar with, but it was like an exercise in doing kawaii illustration. And kawaii illustration is like the really cute Japanese form of art. It literally means cute in Japanese, and one of the most famous examples of that is like Hello Kitty, the Pusheen the cat. So I thought, hey, what a perfect opportunity. I got some tips and pointers on how to make things more kawaii. You know, I was already familiar with the style, but you know, having done that project and participating in this Hit Record thing, I picked up a few more pointers. So I was like, I should make all the animals kawaii. And you saw this earlier in the video, but you could see I was trying to figure out the right shapes for like the panda and the elephant, and it just takes a lot of playing around with, which is why I love Procreate so much. I can just draw over and over and over and not have to worry about actually erasing anything. So most of the animals were selected by the committee. The only one that I picked was the Philippine eagle, which you can see here in the video I'm working out now. I'm trying to find the shape. That was kind of the fun and interesting thing about learning kawaii illustration, was playing around with shape, really pushing shape, yet also making the drawing as cute as possible. So we have a panda from South Central China, a Bengal tiger from India, a Borneo elephant from Indonesia and Malaysia, the eagle that you can see I'm still trying to figure out and work on, and then that cherry blossom from Japan, a lotus flower from India, and then the showy medinillas. I think that's how you say it. You can see me pulling up reference constantly throughout the drawing, but those were also a potted plant from the Philippines. Now I don't know when the actual coloring sheet will be released, because now we're sort of back in lockdown again and cases are spiking, but they assured me that there will be a hard copy version, and hopefully there'll be a digital version too, which I can kind of share here on Patreon. But this was a fun project. I always love working for the Chicago Public Library. And then the very last bit here of trying to figure out the wording, I think I landed on live green, social distance, and read. You know, kind of the most important things that we should be doing during this time. And it's so funny because you can see me trying to figure out and like work out stenciling and like trying to hand draw these things, and then I forgot that I was in Procreate and I have a bunch of fonts, so I just ended up using fonts and editing them around the drawing to help kind of fit nicely in that little pocket there. And then lastly, you know, adding these speech bubbles with emoji I felt was very kawaii. This last little bit here, I'm changing the icon on the iPad to make it a more current CPL logo. And honestly, that's the only change that they had for me. So I hope you enjoy this illustration commentary video. I hope you found some value in it, and we will see you on the next. Peace.